Hello, I am Jason Bjorklund of the Iowa Golf Association. Thanks for tuning in once again to our short tutorial videos. In this segment, I'll be talking about the GHP Handicap Program online version, specifically a couple of features within the management side, or what is now referred to as GHP Online clubs. First, we're going to talk about rapid score entry, how to set that up, and when it can be of use to you and your administrators at the club. Then we'll talk about score maintenance, editing and deleting scores that have been posted. So to begin, I'm going to go to my desktop and launch the online handicap program. We're familiar with this screen by now. We know it's our public side, score posting and member lookup. As we're going to be covering things on the management side, or what is now referred to as GHP Online clubs, we need to click on the GHN logo on the bottom right, and then click on the Login to GHP Online Clubs. Password protected. Go ahead and enter that in there and click Login. And go to GHP Online Clubs. Launches us a new window in our browser. GHN Handicap Program Management up top here. As I said, GHP Management is what it was referred to in the software. For the online version, they're now calling it GHP Online Clubs. So those two terms are interchangeable, management or online clubs. So to begin with, we're going to talk about rapid score entry, and you might say, well, when would rapid score entry be used versus the public side of score posting, where a golfer or a club official could come in and select the member, the date, what tees did they play, and then enter the score, and go on from there. And if you're entering one or two scores, the public side is fine. It's probably the quickest way to do it. But if you have a large stack of cards that need to be entered, maybe you ran an event at your club and you made an announcement for all golfers to not post their scores as the committee will be posting it, then rapid score entry is going to be the way you want to go with that for just a sake of ease and time. So we're going to go to the score header at the top and click on rapid score entry. And we get a screen that has the entry settings that we need to set up first. So for our example, let's pretend that we had an event last October, we'll say October 15th, and we told the players, do not post your scores, we're going to post them for you. And it was a tournament in which they all played in the same day, obviously October 15th, but they had the choice of playing from different tees, the way our tournament was set up. So I'm going to leave this top general setup as is. I recommend doing name as your entry method. We do want to use the same date for all the rounds, so I'm going to check that box, but I don't want to use today's date. I want to come over here and select the date our event was, October 15th of last year. Use the same type for all rounds, that's true, so I want that checked. We're going to make this a tournament score. I'm going to come down here and go proceed to score entry. So now we're ready to start posting scores, and we go ahead and grab the scorecard of the first player, and I see, for example, it was Gary Baker. I'm going to put a B in here, and I'm going to get all the golfers that start with B on my club, and I could get more specific. If it was Clint Brown and I wanted to go R, then I'm going to get the BRs. As you can see, it kind of calls it down for what I've typed in here, but we'll go with Gary for our first example, so I'll select him. The date played is grayed out. Remember, I set that previously to use the same date, so that I don't have to deal with my date settings for any of these postings. Same goes for my score type. I said they were all tournament scores. The tee is the second to last thing that I need to deal with. If Gary played from the tan tees, which is his default tee, I don't have to change it. I can go ahead and just enter the score he had for the day. So he had a 93. I can go ahead and post that score. And we can see that it's down here, and I'm beginning to accumulate a record now of last scores posted. Next player. Pretend that Al Bracco's card is up next. Right down to the tees. Al didn't play the tans. Let's say he played a different set of tees at our home club. The default tee is set for him, though, as tan. So I need to go over here to select tee. And I'm going to see a list of all the tees rated for men at my home course. And I can go ahead and click on the yellow. Let's go ahead and put the proper course and rating and slope rating in there for me. Then I can go ahead, post his score, and go right on down the line. So as you can see from our previous screen with the settings, if you have a a consistent date or a consistent score type, you can go ahead and lock that in so you can skip it. If not, make sure it's not checked on your settings side, and then you'll have the capability on your rapid score entry screen to go ahead and change the date from back to a floating amount of days. Maybe if you have a drop box at your course for just regular play, you would not want to check the same date because you could have scores from the last week that you go ahead and post in here, and you'd want to have the capability of clicking on the calendar, changing the date to the appropriate one. We could even go outside of our home course if we wanted to. For example, let's just pick one more golfer here, and I'll go ahead and select T. Now while it comes up with your home courses here, you do have a course filter up top, so I could put in Pebble, and I'm going to use the Wildcard up here. If you don't have an exact match for it, you want to use the Wildcard. So I'm going to put that percentage sign right after there, and then I'll go find California. And you can see it brings up my Pebble Beach golf links, and they have 4 rated tees for the male golfer. Go ahead and select the US Open tees for Ernie. We'll post his score, and he's in there as well now. So to clarify what that wildcard means, and I've talked about it in previous videos, let's go ahead and just go back in there. If I did Pebble without the wildcard and chose California and did a search, I'd get no results. Without the wildcard, it's going to look for the exact text that you typed in there. Go ahead and cancel that. Once I've went through the stack of scores that needed to be posted for the day, I can go ahead and click on Home. Takes me back out of the score entry, and if I'm all done, I can go ahead and close this management. I'd be back to just my public score screen, and our task of rapid score entry would be done. I left the tab open because we're going to talk about one more thing in this video, and that is score maintenance. Once a golfer posts a score, whether it's on the public side through the score posting station at your club or through their mobile app, the free GHIN mobile app, or online at iowagolf.org or GHIN.com, that score that's been posted can't be edited by the user. It can only be edited by the committee at the club. So it's not too uncommon for a golfer to come to you and say, I forgot to apply ESC and the score should be 81 instead of 82 that I posted, or I got the date wrong, can you change it? It's a simple fix. You just want to go into the management side of the program. I recommend going into the club roster, finding the golfer that needs the adjustment made. We'll take Ernie for our example, and we're going to go ahead and get rid of that Pebble Beach score that we posted. So I'll click on Ernie's account. It's going to open up his golfer maintenance window, and you see a score maintenance link at the top. Go into there, and as I scroll down, I can see all the scores in his history. And there's my Pebble Beach score that we just posted a few moments ago through the rapid score entry feature. You can see it's down a little ways because it is sorted by date, and in other examples recently I've posted some other scores for him, but let's get rid of that one altogether. I can go ahead, click the delete link. It's going to ask me, are you sure you want to delete this score? I'm going to go ahead and say yes to it, and now it's out of his history. If it was just a simple fix, we didn't need to delete it, it was just something that was incorrect about the posting, we'd obviously just click the edit button, and then we can change either the score, we could change the date played, we could change the T by using the select T, and we have the same select course filter that we see through the rapid score entry process that we did earlier. So I could change the T's by clicking on the blue at Shadow Valley, clicking save. Then you're going to see that it's highlighted in yellow, indicating that I just made a change to his score that was posted. So that concludes this short video. If you have any questions about rapid score entry or score maintenance, feel free to give the Iowa Golf Association a call. We'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching, and we hope you continue to view the tutorial videos that we'll be putting out.